What is going on, guys? I'm back, and you'll notice I'm still in a T800. However, if you can see, I don't know if it's showing up well, I am in a fuel tanker. So as you can tell from the title, I did in fact get a new job. That plowing video was a little bit of old footage, and I filmed the end dump and 18 speed videos, knowing that I wasn't going to have any content to post. So I filmed all those within my last week or two of work. It was just time for a change, and I got a huge pay raise coming to this company here. I love my job. I love doing this. I love hauling fuel. I've been doing it for about a month, 4 to 5 weeks. So I didn't have any content because I was doing a lot of training. And but now I'm back on my own, so I'll be able to start putting out some more content about fuel hauling. So for those of you who, you know, really enjoyed the end dump stuff, I'm sorry, but this is a lot more content friendly stuff. When I was doing the end dump, I was doing the same load twice a day, every day, highway driving. So there wasn't really much to film. I felt kind of repetitive, and it kind of felt like I was putting out the same video. I mean, it was just driving down, a little chit chat, get there, show me backing in, dumping, and then going back to the pit and getting another load and doing it all over again. Whereas now, I'm driving a lot more different places. It's a lot more scenic, and there's just a lot more cinematic stuff, if you will. It just makes, it's not me going down the highway. There's a lot more nice stuff to look at. Today's gonna be the first video of me hauling fuel. I got one stop right now. It's a split load, so they've got 2 tanks. We're just bringing them 5,500 gallons of regular. It's a nice scenic ride out there. We do go on a logging road, so that does get pretty rough. But I was looking at the analytics, and 99% of you guys that watch my video are not subscribed. So if you could do me a favor, if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button, give the videos a like, and hit the bell for notifications for when I upload more videos. I'm trying to do every Thursday by 11:59 p.m. I'm really trying to hold myself to that schedule, but obviously certain times, like within the last few weeks, I haven't uploaded because I didn't have any content. I wasn't driving by myself. So I'm really trying to stick to that. So if you guys could interact with the videos, it's a huge help for me, and I'm really trying to grow and put out the best content I possibly can for you guys. So we're cruising through right now. I'll get some cinematic shots here and there. We're gonna be going up once we get on that logging road. There's a pretty nice view of the mountain range, and at one point you can see Mount Washington, but it's in the distance, so this thing's not gonna pick it up, unfortunately. But I'll take some shots and stuff, and then once we get to the drop, I'll take some footage of me unloading. Certain spots are gonna be more hectic than others, so there's either gonna be no talking, or I'm just gonna set the camera up. Other spots that are slower, you know, not secluded, but a little bit more off to the side where I'm not in anybody's way, and it can take slightly a little bit longer to maybe explain what I'm doing or things like that. Those are gonna be the ones that are a little bit more interactive. Just because I do have a job, I am getting paid, so I don't want to be sitting there and, you know, taking my sweet time when I should be getting the job done, if that makes sense. So I'll catch up with you guys in a little bit, and I'll see you when we get to the drop. that stop is done. It was 5,500 gallons. I don't know if I said that earlier. So we're going back to the terminal now to fill back up. I wish that I could film in there and show you guys how to load the truck. But you need a twit car to get in there. There's a whole bunch of clearance and stuff like that. So, and they don't allow filming or anything like that. You got to leave your phone in the truck. You can't even touch it while you're loading, or you get kicked out and suspended for, I think, 30 days for your first offense. So unfortunately, I won't be able to show you guys how to do it. But later down the road, if you guys want, I can just kind of do a walkthrough next to the truck and give a brief explanation on how to do it. And there'll be more. I'm thinking about doing like how to unload. Like I said before, some spots are easier than others to sit and actually explain what I'm doing. But others are a little bit more hectic. Like the one, they haven't told me where I'm going, but they had mentioned it earlier this morning. This one is, they sell the cheapest gas. They go through it like crazy. And there's always a line there. So that one's definitely not one that I'll really film at, because even just setting up a camera is going to be difficult, because I kind of need to get in and out of there real quick. But this mountain range here on the side is absolutely gorgeous. I tried to get footage when I was coming down here on my way in. You can see Mount Washington. There's this opening right up here when you're coming this way. There's an opening in the trees, and you can just see straight ahead, and Mount Washington's right there. It's beautiful. It's this opening right here, but obviously it's behind me, so you can't see. But I'd love to get in one of these houses at some point. Just have this beautiful mountain range for your backyard view. Wake up in the morning, have some coffee. I'm very happy where I am now. It's a small family-owned company with nothing but growth in the future. They're only about 6 years old, and they went from 2 heat and oil trucks to now 4 tanker trailers, 4 semis, and I think 8 to 10 a mixture of pedal trucks and wheelers. So they've grown drastically in the last 6 years. And like I said, I got a big pay raise from where I was last time. It's not as repetitive. I'm going to new places. The truck's in better shape. This truck actually has a set of balls. It's got I think it's a 475. It's either 425 or 475. I can't remember. Cat C15. It's a 10-speed, and this thing pulls. When I'm fully loaded, I'm grossing still about 100,000 pounds. It's an 11,000 gallon trailer, and I can do 11,000 of gasoline or 9,500 diesel, heat and oil, and that's where I'm at, right around the 100. But I got this job with 9 months experience in a tractor trailer. No tanker experience, no technically hazmat experience. I mean, with Old Dominion, I was pulling hazmat loads here and there, like batteries and, you know, some totes where you needed your tanker endorsement. But as far as pulling a tanker trailer, I had no experience. So it is possible. And, you know, if you guys want me to do a video on how to sell yourself to try and get a job like this, because it is possible to get a job with limited experience, as long as you're prepared to put in the work. You know, you sell yourself right in the interview, you have a good resume written up. I know that stuff's not technically trucking related. If you guys want me to make a video to touch on, you know, how to present yourself in an interview, what to talk about, how to answer questions, you know, how to talk about your experience in a professional way, and because that's what you're doing in an interview. You're presenting yourself to said employer in the interview. So afterwards, they're thinking and looking back, who presented themselves the best, who has the best potential to work here, who has room to grow here. Because, you know, just because somebody's been doing it for 20 years doesn't mean that they're doing it the right way. They're going to be set in their ways, whereas from a business standpoint, you know, somebody with less experience, you can train them in the way that you want them to work at your company. You sense. It's not all the time, but that's the business mindset for a lot of people. So it is possible. Like, I got the end dump job with no experience, and I had even less tractor trailer experience. It's all about presenting yourself. Some jobs you won't get, and that's fine. Like, I applied to some other tanker jobs. They didn't even call me back. They didn't even look at my application, or just denied my application online. So the biggest thing that I can say, until I make a video on it, is go in and talk to the people. Don't, like obviously if they have the listing on Indeed, you know, you can send in an application and stuff. But what I found for me is if you go in to the place where their HQ, their headquarters, their terminal, main office, go in there, ask for whoever would be in charge of hiring, or say I saw the listing on Indeed or wherever. I'm just looking to get some more information and talk to whoever would be able to give me that information. You know, and if they're available, sit down, have a conversation, have a copy of your resume handy, and just kind of explain to them your experience, what you're looking for, and all of that kind of stuff. Because when I sat down with this employer, he asked me what I wanted for pay, and I kind of projected it a little higher than I thought I would get. And he came back $2.50 less to start, which is $3.50 more than I was making at the place for the end dump. And he said after 90 days he'll jump me up to what I asked for. So he'll jump me up another $2 to what I asked, which works for me. It's guaranteed 40 hours a week. So even if, you know, these last 2 weeks have been slow, you're guaranteed 40 hours of pay. And then once this summertime picks up, marinas and the holidays come around, we're going to be non-stop running. So I'm not concerned about hours at all. And you know, I've already been here 5 weeks and it's flown by, and I love everybody I work with. My boss is super cool. It's family oriented. Everybody likes to poke fun at each other, you know, in a good way. And everyone's smiling in the morning, saying good morning to each other. Nobody tends to be in a really grumpy mood. So it's just an all-around better atmosphere. You know, something's wrong on the truck, I say something, and there's no set mechanics. So like, my boss is the one that really takes care of everything. But if there's something minute, I can take care of it. I can pull it in the shop. I can take care of it. Yesterday I fixed this window. If you pushed up, it would go down, and down was up. So I had a little downtime after my load. I only did one load yesterday. I fixed that. You know, I could wash the truck, do everything like that. So it's just an all-around better experience. The hours are a little bit better. Start time, end time, more guaranteed work, and I'm just generally a lot happier now, which I'm making more money, I'm happier, and I actually have my eyes on a semi. So within a couple weeks, I should hopefully, if it's still around, it needs work, but it's a decent price. Allegedly it runs, so if it doesn't run, I don't really want it. But it definitely needs some work, so I'm planning on sticking here for a while, fixing that truck up once I get it, making it the way I want, and then hopefully either hopping in as an owner-op for this company here, or, you know, jumping out and doing my own thing. But that will come with time. So fingers crossed. Definitely stay tuned for that within the next couple of weeks or so. I'm just trying to scrape some funds together and then hopefully pulling the trigger. But God's good, guys. You just gotta be patient. You know, I was pretty unhappy where I was. I was always coming home in a bad mood. Didn't really want to go to work. Didn't want to drive the hour to work. I wasn't getting paid what I thought I should, and not to be like the entry-level driver, like whining and complaining, but you know, I felt as though I was kind of given the bottom of the barrel, and you know, I was applying to other places. Nobody would give me the opportunity, and then I finally applied to this place. I was like, well, everybody else doesn't give me an opportunity. Like, why should I even bother? They're not gonna, you know, it says 1 to 2 years experience. And I just said, screw it, what do I got to lose? Gave them a call, showed up to the office, sat down with them. They gave me an offer that day, and I went home, thought about it for a little bit, and my girlfriend and dad were even like, I think you're stupid if you don't take this opportunity. So I accepted the offer the next day. You just gotta be patient, good things will come. You know, I'm hard on myself all the time. Like, I wanna go, I wanna grind, be the best of the best, I wanna get there the fastest, I wanna be the best of the fastest. And sometimes I have to humble myself and enjoy the journey. That's what it's all about. You know, if you just were instantly given everything in the world at the youngest age possible, and you know, yeah, sure, it'd be nice for a little bit, but there's no journey. You don't grow. So that definitely humbled me a little bit, and I was patient. I waited. Well, I was a little impatient, I'm gonna be honest. And you just gotta wait, and things will fall into your lap. But be adamant about it. Reach out to companies, you know, sit down, have conversations. I told them I had 5 references they could talk to. They were trainers from other places, friends that know me in the trucking industry, and they didn't even need to call them. I presented myself well enough not to toot my own horn or anything, but, you know, he had said that he had a couple schmucks come through that just think they're all that, and I was willing to put in work. I was willing to run the B truck when needed, but he told me my priority and primary thing is going to be in this truck here with the tanker. So all right, I'll catch up with you guys either up close to the terminal when we leave, or whenever I get the next job. Guys, that's it for this week's video. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. 99% of you aren't subscribed, so I expect to see those numbers bump up a little bit. It really helps grow the channel. And